I wanted to take a moment and unpack something with you, because I need you to be able to identify this. So I don't know if you've been watching this exchange that I've been having, but it doesn't matter because I've had it several. It seems like hundreds of times, right? And it is folks who think they are for the cause, they woke, they allies, and yet actively are actively causing harm and are so clueless that they don't even see it when they're doing it. And so I want you to, this is why we have a strategy in the hashtag causeascene community. And this is why when we had a conversation a few months ago about putting pronouns in your bio, some people in the trans and non-binary community had concerns because they said it could be used as performative, and I get that. And so I choose to leave my pronouns in my bio, and I hope that my behavior online and when people see me, it is, so it's putting my pronouns is like a first step. It is the bare minimum I can do. And then my demonstrated behavior allows folks who pronouns who are discriminated against because of pronouns, and their humanity is questioned or whatever, they can see my demonstrated behavior and know that I'm a safe space. When you put that, when I put she her um, in my bios or my email signatures, it is not a signaling. It is not saying that I am. It is not saying that I am safe. What it is saying is, I have heard about this. I could understand it, and yet I don't assume that I'm safe. My demonstrated behavior indicates that someone who's trans or non-binary will feel safe in my around me. So the same thing goes for Black Lives Matter. So we see all these folks with these Black Lives Matter things in their profiles and in their, and they're part of their names, and yet their demonstrated behavior is so not aligned with understanding what the fuck Black Lives Matter is. Yes, Black Lives Matter in the context of criminal justice is one thing. Black Lives Matter is not just that though. And the reason that I want to be careful, because when I say stuff to white people, y'all take stuff and you run with it, and because you don't have the nuanced understanding, and you think it's black and white and binary, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Black Lives Matter, period! Exclamation point. So if Black Lives Matter, you need to demonstrate that behavior. You need to demonstrate that you are a safe place for Black lives, and you don't do that by getting upset when a Black person tells you that the thing you're saying and doing is fucking problematic. It is, I don't know who this Candyman person is, but your ass about to get blocked as soon as I get the fuck off this, because your ass is ignorant. Get the fuck off my damn thing. Um, but putting Black Lives Matter in there when someone like me, who's a Black woman and who actually does this work for a living, tells you that you're doing something that's fucking problematic, and you double down on that bullshit, is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And what you're doing, and what you really don't recognize, is that you're publicly demonstrating how problematic and how harmful you are. And that is so interesting to me. It is just so, I need you, so when you see someone with Black Lives Matter in their bio, I need you to go down through their timeline. If you've engaged with them, I need you to be able to assess, really evaluate what that means, what their demonstrated behavior, not some bullshit they put in their bio or in their signature. Because everybody's doing it right now. It's the thing to do. Actually, we gotten to a point where a lot of white folks don't want it not to be in their name, because they says something if it's not in their bio. So that's a whole nother fucking psychological bullshit that you can talk about. The fact that so many people who don't believe in Black lives, who think it's some narrow thing that's only about criminal justice or police reform, and don't understand it's just fundamentally Black lives matter. It's a whole statement. um and so they don't get that, but yet they're putting Black Lives Matter in because they know that there are people around them that are watching them, and will be judged if they don't have Black Lives Matter in their statement. I mean, in their bio. So that's a whole nother icky thing to deal with. But I just wanted to come on to just talk about wolves in sheep clothing. Everybody who says that they are for Black Lives Matter, most of them don't know what the fuck it means, and most of them have no idea how to do the work of supporting. That's why I don't even talk about fucking allies. Allies is a bullshit. It's a goddamn noun. I need you to do verb. Being anti-racist is a verb. It's a verb. It takes action. It's a practice. So if they're not demonstrating a practice of being anti-racist, then it's like they're causing harm. That's just it. They're just causing harm. And I just wanted to sit down and break and let y'all see that, because I need, every time we get something happens, I need a strategy so you can understand. If you see that, you need to go look at their timeline, look at how they engage. Just because they retweet some damn Lincoln Project shit, that doesn't mean they believe in Black Lives Matter. Hell, Lincoln Project is 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 nothing. It is a whole bunch of white Republicans who pissed at this current president. They want to get back to the status quo. So it's like, whatever. Oh, and thank y'all for taking care of whoever that fucking asshole is. You know what? There always gonna be some mediocre ass white person who want to show their ass out in public, and they're recording. It's just like, it's just so interesting to see how whiteness is such a default that you don't even recognize when you're showing your ass, when you're really in a public forum that's recorded, um, are showing who you are. It's just like, really? Really? You want to do that? So yeah, just don't. So, with the pronouns, with Black Lives Matter, with trans lives, whatever they put in there, it's just the first step. It's the bare minimum. And I need you then to go look at what their demonstrated behavior um, is that says, hey, this is somebody I think I can trust. Let me see, that kind of thing. Don't just fall for it, because you will get harmed. Most people are not here to prioritize the most vulnerable. And that's what the problem with whiteness is already. It's all about the individual. It's not about the group. It does not understand group dynamics, does not understand community dynamics, that does not amplify it as an individual. So you really need to be careful, because you're causing harm. And if you're that asshole who has Black Lives Matter in your statement, and you come to my timeline commenting on something I've said, you can expect to be fucking challenged if what you say does not align with what the fuck I believe. Because you can do whatever the fuck you want to on your own page. But when you engage me, see, I'm not one of these other people out here. I'm not an angry Black woman. I'm not. I'm very strategic. And when you engage me, I'm going to show my whole community, because they need to learn what this shit looks like. So have a wonderful day. Goodbye.